Hello, my name is Austin. I'm a solutions engineer at Verkada, and this video will cover Guest for Schools features. Verkada Guest has some useful features that can help increase student safety, streamline the guest check-in experience, and reduce workload for school administrators. The first is our integrations with some of the most commonly used identity providers for student information systems, including Clever and ClassLink. This integration allows Clever or ClassLink to act as a middleman between Verkada and your school's SIS system, allowing for parent contact information and student-to-guardian relationships to be mapped in command. When this integration is utilized, it unlocks additional student-specific guest types. The first is late arrival, which allows a tardy student to check in via guest to have their arrival time and reason for being late logged in command for easier reporting. A tardy badge for the student can also be printed directly from guest. The second is early dismissal, which enables a student to check themselves out of school, often used for older students, and log the event in guest along with the reason. The third student guest type is guardian pickup, which enables parents and guardians to pick up their child early, with guest cross-referencing the SIS that the person checking out the student is authorized to do so. These early dismissal records can also be easily transferred back into the SIS, helping to keep important records all in one place. In order to connect Verkada Guest to your Clever instance, we will first start in Clever, where you will request the Verkada Guest application, which will then need to be manually approved by Verkada. Once approved, go to your Clever account and share roster information with Guest. Guest requires only parent and student information from Clever for the sites you want to integrate. Make sure your SIS is sending over guardian contacts and student names. For more detailed instructions on how to add Verkada Guest to your Clever instance, please refer to the knowledge base article, Integrate Clever with Verkada Guest, which is linked in the description. Next, we will move over to Verkada Command, where we will select All Products, Guest. On the left navigation bar, select Guest Settings. Under Organization, select Schools to access the school settings. From here, select Connect to Clever, and when prompted, enter your school's district ID number. Once the connection has been made, you can then assign a school from Clever to a specific site in Verkada Guest. This links the school and the guest site. As a note, it can take up to 24 hours for the request made for the Verkada Guest app from Clever to be approved. Next, we will walk through connecting Verkada Guest to ClassLink. Before we begin, there are some initial requirements before we get started. 1. The command user setting up the integration must be an org admin. 2. The command user's email must match an email of a ClassLink roster server user in the target ClassLink tenant. 3. The corresponding ClassLink roster server user must have the role administrator. 4. The corresponding ClassLink roster server user must be associated with the ClassLink org type district. Once the prerequisites have been met, we will begin the setup process in the ClassLink roster server. We will navigate to Apps and select Add. Search for Verkada Guest and select Add. In the Apps menu, toggle on Enabled for Verkada Guest. After these, we will configure permissions for Verkada Guest so that the following fields are shared: Source ID, Date Last Modified, Type, Status, Name, Identifier, Parent Source ID. After the setup in ClassLink is complete, we will jump over to Verkada Command. From here, we will select All Products, Guest. In the left navigation, select Guest Settings. Under Organization, select School. Then select Connect to ClassLink. When prompted, enter your tenant ID and then select Sync. A confirmation email will be sent to the command user setting up the integration. Click the link in this email to confirm the integration. Once the integration has been completed, we will want to assign schools synced from ClassLink to guest sites. A school may be assigned to one or multiple guest sites, meaning a guest site can only have one school assigned to it. Additionally, only one ClassLink tenant can be paired with a command org, meaning a single ClassLink tenant cannot be paired with multiple command orgs. For more details on completing this integration, please refer to the knowledge base article, Integrate ClassLink with Verkada Guest, which is linked in the description. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have further questions, please visit our Knowledge Center or contact our 24/7 support team.